start giving all. Straight to the top, won't never start giving all. All that I have, I let it be, cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all.
You might be wondering, wait, this ain't the shop. It's not. Good job. Here's Twinkie. Today on RPG Talk, we're gonna talk to the creator of the Midnight Void RPG, still on Kickstarter right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's me. Y'all know. Duh. What got you into tabletop gaming? When I was like 23, 24, I decided that I needed to go on my geek mecca, you know, the journey, hitting all the different geekdoms that I haven't hit. And that led to D&D. And I was like, okay, I always heard about role-playing games and I wanted to play role-playing games. And so I hooked up with my friend. My friend introduced me to my first GM, and we had such a great session of a D&D. And that's where Geek and Sundry comes into play, because Geek and Sundry had Dread, and Dread broke me in the best way because I felt it. I was there and I seen, like, it was just great gameplay. In fact, my first GMing experience was Dread. And I just got hooked into the horror genre, and then we got, you know, 10 Candles, which really set like the stage for me, which really like impacted, like, I want to be a part of, play, GM, and eventually create games in this genre. And so that's what happened. Basically, I wanted to play D&D, and then, oops, all scary. This is why I didn't make a comedy RPG. What inspired you to create the RPG? The Midnight Void was created after I started to see horror flicks that had like more to it than just a slasher. Those are cool, but when I seen movies like Get Out, when I start looking at shows like Black Mirror and, like, of course, The Twilight Zone, and then like remembering my childhood, how much I love Are You Afraid of the Dark, I'm like, I love a game that can derive something more out of just this medium of horror, and not only that, can have that tension and that unpredictability that you have in a horror movie. And so I'm like, let's try one. Can you describe the core mechanics and what makes them unique? The mechanics is based on a mechanism I call the moon phase system. It's a shrinking die system where you start with a certain die, and then once you roll a number that you already rolled, you shrink it to the smaller die, and you keep going and going. And I think this is unique because I've seen it going the regular way up, but I've never seen it go down. And also, I think the fact that the end of it will be like a coin flip, I think that gives so much tension because you can do all the good things. You can try to figure out all the clues, and you can actually figure out the whole gist. Doesn't mean it's gonna be a good ending. And it's the same way, if you mess up all those times, it doesn't mean you're gonna have a bad ending. And I think a lot of the shows and movies that I love have that unpredictability at the end that will give you closure of, okay, I know what the problem is, but that doesn't mean everything's gonna be okay. And it brings tension. And I think that dice system that I have will bring that kind of tension to it. What are some challenges you faced during development, and how did you overcome them? I was lucky to have Voss Media Board Game Cafe. Also, places like Protospill Online that I did the different play tests at. Somebody actually ran it without me. They did it a little different, and I like to see that difference. And I think I understood what they were doing, and that was fun. But it really is hard because you would try to make a game, and video game designers know this. Like, when you are coding a game, you actually get it done. You need your beta testers. You need people who can just break the game. And so you always need that play test. And I'm just happy that I got those opportunities to test out my game. So tell me about your Kickstarter. So right now, is about 6 days left. So if you go to Kickstarter, search for the Midnight Void RPG, you'll see that as low as $10 will give you the PDF copy. If you want the physical copy, you can get the $15 tier. And if you want the combo with a biscuit and a fry, you can go ahead and get the physical and digital copies for that. And even if you're a retailer, you can go a retailer pledge where you can get 10 copies of the Midnight Void for $100, and this is going to be cheaper. Like, all these prices are cheaper than what the MSRP is going to be. And so this is the great time you want to support and help push this game. I would definitely appreciate it. Check out the Kickstarter. What future plans do you have for the game? So do I have future plans? Yes. Can I say all of them? No. But I do know that I want to stretch out this Midnight Void to different platforms. Definitely there's a board game coming that is in the realm of the Midnight Void. We have different, I can see almost spilled beans, and I can't spill them because it's not done. Where can we find you? Well, I'm at apartment. No. Where can we find you on socials? Well, you can find me here on Champions of Tabletop. You also can find me on like Twitch, TikTok, Blue Sky. If you just type in Neon Yellow Games, it's me. And so definitely go there if you want to follow me for more shenanigans. And again, or here, because we're almost like 500 subscribers. And so, you know, it would be really cool if we had like 500 here. It'd be mwah. Ask me for a friend. Definitely check out the Kickstarter, Midnight Void RPG. We're so close to having 100 backers, and that's really what makes me happy. So check that out. Like, subscribe to Champions of Tabletop, obviously. And with that said, remember people, champions never stop playing. Of course, if everybody would have followed that credence, I wouldn't have a job. See, people don't play, they do evil things. They do things that they think they can get away with. They do things that only the shadow knows. Their shadows. And I guess if they didn't do those things, I wouldn't have a chance to play. And I guess since they always do these things, these people who think they can get away with stuff and have no type of consequences, well, I guess I'll never stop playing as well.